Hi, this is Jackie.
Hi, this is Diana.
And you are listening to Homebodies Only, where we welcome all bodies to join us as we break down and dissect HBO series. That is a COVID sound there that you hear. I swear I sounded fine right before we went on, and now
sure
I got
did.
phlegm. Okay, hold on. Excuse me. Okay. This episode, we're talking about Sex Lives of College Girls, Episode 9, Sex and Basketball.
Remember the movie? Do you remember the movie Love and Basketball?
Oh, yeah.
It's immediately what I thought of.
Do
you remember that? That was such a good movie.
Yes.
It was in the 90s, I think.
I have deja vu. We talked about Love and Basketball. I swear.
Oh, did we? Okay.
I mean, I don't remember big details from it, but I'm having deja vu.
Mm-hmm.
But why would we have talked about it?
I have no idea.
Unless somebody in like another show was in that movie and somehow that was brought up.
Maybe.
I'll just start this off.
No, can I start it off?
Oh, you can start off.
I'm going to start it off with I didn't like the ending of this episode, but go ahead.
I didn't either.
I hated the ending. I'm like, no, I'm like screaming at the TV.
I hated it too. Hated it.
So before we start, I just wanted to start with that.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, remember I said,
Awful.
Please don't break up because we need to keep seeing him. Like, I don't want to break up with him. Like, what? You're breaking up with him for everybody here. And I did not have a say in this. Okay.
Nobody consulted us.
No. On another note, so Charlie Hall, who plays Andrew, was a basketball player in real life. He went to, why can't I even see the school? Oh my God. It's in Boston.
Boston? Not Boston College?
No. The heck? Oh my gosh. I'm such an idiot. I better Google him.
It's all good.
Because I have the website, but it's like, I don't understand what team it is because it's just telling me his roster. He's 6'5", by the way.
He does look tall.
He looks tall. A lot of actors are not.
Tufts?
No.
Northeastern?
I think it was Northeastern.
Yeah.
I think it was Northeastern. They actually talk about his mom. Okay. Son of Brad. They say this says his parents, and they say, not Northeastern, Northwestern. Right? Because
the other North.
Yes, Northwestern. That's where he went. Same high school. This is funny. Huh? He attended the same high school as former NBA players Baron Davis. I don't know who that is, and Austin Croshier, and actors Jack Black, Jonah Hill, Gwyneth Paltrow, Kate Hudson, and Zooey Deschanel.
They all went to the same college?
No, they all went to the same high school.
Oh, high school.
Because he went to high school in probably Beverly Hills or whatever,
Right.
With all the actors.
I was like, whoa.
Well, I guess some of those people grew up there. Mm-hmm. All right. Just wanted to say, so those
fun fact.
I did like the basketball scene. I don't know if she really made all those shots, but if she looked like she knew what she was doing. And he did.
Yeah, the basketball scene was good. The date, I'm sure we'll talk, was not a fun scene at all.
No.
But I was vibing had a good vibe at the basketball. And I loved her outfit for the basketball scene. Anyway, we're jumping around.
Okay. Starts in the dining hall. And apparently it is spring because this is what
finally they announced
a season. But that's not what spring looks like in Vermont. That's what summer looks like, people. Mm-hmm. Believe me. It's not green.
No.
Spring in the Northeast is never what it shows on television. Like, I don't have, like, I'll be like, oh, those are spring shoes. I'm like, no, they're not. Because, like, well, you can wear flats when it's cold, I think. They don't bother you, right?
Yes,
I don't know. I feel like I cannot. Like, I'm either wearing
boots in, like,
boots,
April.
and then it shoots to, like, 80 degrees, and I'm probably not going to wear flats. I'm going to wear sandals.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
We don't really have spring. It's very weird. Very weird, especially because
barely
where
a
we
fall,
are. Why don't we have a fall? No, like our falls are better than our springs because springs are ugly.
Fall is better than
muddy.
Spring around here. Ugh,
yeah,
gross.
So
we haven't even had a winter yet.
No,
in my opinion.
We got snow today, but not really.
Barely.
Now it's pouring rain.
Yeah.
All right.
Lovely.
Bela tries on the bucket hat, and they're all like, "No, it looks like but she wore it wrong." She wore it pulled back. It looked like a baby's bonnet. So I was like, she didn't even wear it right. It was just like a random, I don't know if.
And I was never into, like, I'm trying to think if I had a bucket hat, but I know they like made like a soft comeback in like the fuzzy.
Yeah.
I feel like the bucket hats they're like fisherman hats. So like I think my dad had one with some like toggles and
LL Cool J sported like a,
I remember.
What was that? Kanga? Wasn't that Kanga? Is that the
Kanga, Kangle, or Kanga? I don't. I
need to look it up. That just came to me. Kanga.
Yeah, he made them famous for sure.
But he could pull it up. He also had to pull it down. Yeah. Like I think that whole thing was weird. But I will tell you, I did like the whole vibe of the show. I know they have different writers or produce. Like I think this was done by Mindy Kaling, and I've read like briefly people are like, oh, you could tell Mindy Kaling did that one. Like there is a difference. There was something felt more like last season.
Yeah.
Something about it. I don't know if it's the pace, if it's the jokes. I don't know.
I loved everything about it except the ending.
No, the ending was terrible. So Leighton asks them for dating advice, and they're all just like scared because she never asks them advice. But she wants to meet up with Alicia.
Yeah.
And so Kimberly always gives pretty good advice, even though sometimes she says weird things. But she says to bring it up with Tatum and see how she feels about it, and don't do it behind her back. Then Andrew walks up.
Advice? Remember?
I know, right? Was that good advice? Like the other ones wouldn't say anything. Andrew walks up to the table and basically tells Whitney they're going on a date.
Yeah.
It was terrible. He's so awkward.
Yeah.
Bela is totally into his confidence, then asks Whitney if BDE really correlates to a BD. And Whitney couldn't get it. And I was like, I kept up. I understand what she was asking. Totally. It was great. Yeah. And then Kimberly said that Aladdin has BDE. So it was weird. When Kimberly's...
I love how they just like slide those in sometimes. Like those...
Yeah. Yeah. She says some weird stuff. Yeah. Now we're at SIPS, and Kimberly comes running in with the article about Kanan. He's getting an award. He's the Economic Department Young Entrepreneur Award. He doesn't feel the need to announce it to the world. And Kimberly's like, well, I just put it on Instagram, my 49 followers. And he's like, well, I guess it's out there now. And I thought of you because you have more than that. So.
I do, but we have that in common. We have very limited followers. Yeah, I'm really on the upside of that.
Yes.
I don't know any of these scam artists that are after me, but
do they have numbers at the end of their names? Because I get a lot of likes on our stories with like a real person's name, then it's like 7654321. Like
Kitty Cat 4362.
Yeah, they're always numbers. You know it's fake.
And
they'll have
Super Stacy. No, a lot of underscores.
Oh, no.
I'm exclusive, and Audrey with 2 Y's underscore.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I got some real dingers here. And some you're almost like, did you take a photo from the internet and made it?
Yeah, probably.
Like, but then I have like an organic company following me, and like
an organic what?
Yeah, organic.
Something called
Avicii Organics started following me. I'm like, what is that? I just don't click on anything.
No.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Because I'm looking at these pictures going, there ain't no way.
Yeah, no. Kimberly says that the award ceremony is going to be fancy AF, fancy and fun. So, I just love that. And I hear Leela in the background go, no, girl. But see, she knew what BDE meant. That's why I was like.
But not AF. Come on.
No.
Everybody knows it means America's funniest home video.
Exactly. Totally. Fancy and fun.
Sounds like something I would say.
Yes. Kimberly is telling Kanan he has to go. Then we're at Pilates, and Leighton checks with Tatum if she's okay with seeing an ex. And of course she is. So she's not threatened. And she's basically very close with all her exes, she said. And she dated the Pilates instructor. And then Leighton paid the Pilates instructor to go easy on her. I thought it was kind of a dopey thing. It was not really to go easy on her. It was more to just pump her up because she was like, you're looking good, you know?
Yeah. like make her look better than that she like her performance in the class or whatever. Yeah.
So now we're at the Foxy. This was also another storyline that made me extremely uncomfortable and made me very disappointed in Bela. Very disappointed. Mm-hmm. So again, Bela announces that they're getting a write-up in the Essex View, and I love Carla. I can't, I didn't quote her, but I do love Carla. Carla wants to wear T-shirts with their nicknames on them. She's calls Evangeline, I think her name's Evangeline, Marbles. I was like, why is it Marbles? And then she's like, Bella's like, no matching shirts. And then she goes, okay, Taco Bella.
Taco Bella.
That one. She was like, Cool Joe, or Joe Cool for the one. I don't know what she called Leland. I love her.
She liked hers too.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so good.
I love her. Good. All right, here's the date. And Andrew, I wrote, is psycho. And he already knew what he wanted to order from reading the reviews. He told her not to get the salad because the croutons were forgettable. I don't like Whitney's dress at all in this scene. Mm-mm. It reminds me of a dress I had I believe it was 1999. It was late 90s. It was a tank. It literally had the same stripes. At the time, I liked it. But when you get so sick of something, it was actually a tank dress. It was a summer dress. It had black, it's I guess you want to say spaghetti straps. And then it went straight across like that. Mm. It wasn't super tight or anything. And it was kind of longish, but I don't know. It was giving me flashbacks. And I was like, ugh. It looked out of style to me or something, even though it might be coming back in, but I wasn't into that dress at all. And she asked if he has any siblings. He's like, yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Then
he sends his water back.
My God. Could you imagine? It's remember the show, remember Love Connection?
Yeah.
Oh, but they didn't go on.
We didn't watch them go on the date, though.
No, you had to talk about with Chuck Woolery. What was the one where they used to go out?
You got to watch the date
with Roger. His name was oh my gosh! Remember, you used to watch him go out. It was
watched him go on the date. Yeah,
not blind date, but it was something like that. Roger Lodge was the host.
Do you remember the name at all? I don't remember the name of the person. I can't even picture it. I just remember watching the date. We're always is it going to go good? Because they would cut it off too. You wouldn't know. And then you'd find out how it went. Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Subtly about that show for not Love Connection, but that also was a fantastic show.
That was a good one.
They should bring that one back. Is Chuck Woolery still alive? Or could he do a round? Or
I would love it.
Does he have a son?
That I would watch. Because I'm not into that. I don't totally watch Bachelor or Bachelorette, but that I would watch.
No, but right, and they'd have the date and the screen above you, and then they.
But the only problem is there's so much loss now with reality, quote unquote, TV. It's not so you'd get the psychos, you'd get people acting totally obnoxious just for the show, and it was real back then. That was I mean, they wanted to be on TV, but they really wanted to. You could tell, most of them wanted to really try it out and be on TV, but not try out the date or whatever.
It was a step above the. That show before our the one where the dates would be on a wall, that was real.
Yes.
So there would be a wall between
number
them.
1, Bachelor number 2. They called them that too. I think. What the heck was that called?
And the Newlywed Game.
Was that
I don't know. It was
Newlywed Game. The dating game. Was that the dating game?
Maybe it was the dating game.
That was good too.
Entertainment. Yeah. Anyway, keep going.
Anyway, watch old clips of that on YouTube because they're good.
I feel like I've seen some on TikTok too, Love Connection. I can remember watching it as a kid. This is probably not appropriate for me, but
I did. I totally did too.
I totally did.
Yeah.
All right, now watching The Price is Right and Love Connection and Scrabble, all those shows. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah. Sips. Kanan is going to go to the econ banquet, and he asks Kimberly to go. She is honored. Then he's like, it's not that deep. I asked Zoe, but she's busy. I did forget about her. But I forgot about Zoe, by the way.
Yeah.
I can't believe.
Low key.
Yeah.
It's a low key thing for him, I think. He's not one to, I don't know, be out there with his relation,
I know, but I kind of forgot about Zoe, that was a part of, she liked him. And they didn't kind of do anything about that. Anyway, that was interesting. Oh, and then she's like, I don't own any formal gloves. He's like, oh my God. Next scene, Women's Center. I was like,
it's back.
We were really, like, I was missing that. Like, that was a huge missing part of this season.
Mm-hmm.
It really, I'm so happy. I hope.
And I like that they brought, like, the girls back, too.
Tova and Ginger.
Yeah. I love them. I love them.
I was so happy. Like, I actually, I'm not going to say I forgot about the Women's Center, but I guess, you know, I was like obsessed with Alicia coming back. But that Women's Center storyline is just, it's so good. It's so good. Tova and Ginger are talking about the cactus, saying it reminds you, it did look like a penis, but
it did.
And Leighton walks in and asks, and basically she's like, how do you make everything look like genitalia or something? So by the way, I have all these lovely emojis next to Women's Center in my notes. I have like the heart eyes and hearts.
Oh, and you're like crying.
I'm so happy. Okay. So it was cute. You know, they saw each other and Alicia ends up asking her if she wants to help out with these care packages. She's like, we only have 1,200. I don't know if that's true. So Alicia brings up her coming out and they all found out from their friends. And then Ginger's like, both of them. Because she has 2 friends. I know. So then Alicia tells her about the fundraiser, that you dress as queer icons. Leighton says she wants to come and asks if it's okay if she brings her new girl. And Alicia says yes. Also, too, it took me, remember she's like, it kind of smells in here. And she's like, I thought I guess she said they switched to environmentally friendly products. It almost sounded like they stopped using them. But
I thought she said they switched to using like all natural.
When she first said it, I thought she said we switched from. And I was like, that doesn't make sense because she just said. So anyway, I was a little stuck on that. And then when they were at the party and Tatum says it smells like a wet thrift shop, all I could think about was what does it smell like in there? And I kept, because I could picture it. Okay.
Although I could, when she said that, I could totally get the smell of the thrift shop going.
And it's like a little bit moist, wet. Not moldy, but you know, I almost said it.
Thank you for not using.
Sorry, I know. Okay. Oh my gosh, this thing always moves. We're at the suite and they're doing a clothing swap.
Oh.
And Whitney asks what she should do about her bad date, and they all basically say pretend it never happened. She likes that idea. So both Bela and Kimberly find dresses for their events. It's amazing how they fit into their clothes. Amazing. By the way, yeah. And
I remember I hosted. This is actually a really good idea. Clothing swap is a great idea, but I did years and years ago in my old house. I did a accessory swap for like bags, scarves, jewelry, and I had like appetizers and wine, and everybody brought pieces, and we set them up like a shop.
Ooh.
And we did like a little swap. It's actually a really great. I got it out of a magazine.
I mean, I've heard of the clothing swaps, but I would rather do an accessory swap because we should
totally put one together.
I get skeeved out with the clothes. Even it doesn't matter. The person can be the cleanest person. I'm just not into that. Yeah, I like the accessory and pocketbook idea.
Isn't that a good idea?
And I might just actually give stuff away. I feel like just take it.
I know, but like everybody brought like 10 things or something, or 5 things. I can't remember. We should circle back to that at some point.
Okay, well, for real.
It could be a fun.
We're going to circle back, but we should really circle back to that one.
We should, because that would be fun for friends, like some wine, cheese, etc.
Yeah,
we'll swap.
Yeah, I love it. Love it. Our producer, if they're listening.
Yeah. Could you write that down? Could you write that down?
Producer.
All right, they're writing it down. I just got the head nod.
Our imaginary.
Our producer. Yeah, our producer over there just gave me the nod. We're good to go.
I think I'm the producer. I know. Okay.
Did you write it down?
No. All right. Where am I? Oh, then Whitney.
I don't know.
Oh, Kimberly asks if she's good with. She asks Whitney if she's good with her going to the econ thing with him. She's like, yeah. And then Leighton figures out, like, they plan the clothing swap because they want her clothes because her clothes are better and more expensive. Okay, we're at the Foxy. Bela is saying some very prolific things about male comedy. She says, unlike male comedy, we have something new to say. Like, she said a lot of stuff. I didn't quote her. And I just wrote, I love
a lot of
Carla.
nice things.
Yeah. And they take their group picture. Right?
Yes.
Good. Oh, it's good. All right.
I didn't like her eye makeup. I'm sorry.
I don't know why she's doing that. She keeps doing that white thing. And she did it at the
like
party.
it.
I don't like it either. She did it at the sweet party as well.
It's like when people wear those like contacts that make them look like they're bug-eyed. Like, I can't stand that either. But like, what is the?
So I don't know what she's doing, or what they're doing to her. When
I didn't like it at all.
When I lived, and I know this is when I was in my 20s because we'd go to clubs. We would take white eyeliner, but we wouldn't do it as profound, like as a. Is that the word? Yeah, profound, right? As her, we would do it. A little bit over the eye. To just, it did make your eyes look a little brighter, but not like that.
Right.
Like that's
right.
Like, it's not looking right to me.
No.
I don't know what's going on.
It looks like she's got whiteout on her eye.
Yeah.
Like she took the whiteout paintbrush and just.
Whiteout. For that to show up like that on her, like on camera, there has to be a lot. I just feel like, because I'm such a makeup expert now.
Yes.
Maybe it's the whiteout.
Somebody painted it.
Maybe it's actually, the whiteout roller. It's like a strip of tape, right?
Yeah.
Whoop.
Yes. And then they just tore it off like waxing.
I think it might be.
Oh my gosh. It's just not my thing. She's starting to.
Yeah, she's annoying me completely. She's messed up way too much.
And then she's like,
Eric.
I don't want to say brainwashed, but like, and then later what happens, we'll talk. Like, really?
Oh, yeah. No, I know.
Why are we making her a total like F up now?
And an egomaniac.
Like, she's just spiraling.
They're making into her really self-centered. Like,
correct.
Really not
a
good person at all. Like, they're not making her. Yeah. So Willow and Whitney see Andrew playing basketball, and he looks really good. And he says he has fun on their date and should do it again. And she's like, "Oh, we should play one-on-one." So then I said, "So cute," because I loved the scene of them playing basketball. I thought it was great. And he looked good. Looked very good.
Yeah.
What a difference, right? First time I saw him in that episode, he was like, "Shut up." I was like, I hate him. Okay. We are at the econ banquet. Kimberly's like, I'm having fun. I've never seen so many vests. And then they like film all the vests.
She looked adorable.
She looked good. Yes.
Her hair looked so beautiful and her dress and like she just had
perfectly.
So
no, she did. She is cute. So, whoa. Hold on. Oh, so then the I don't know, the dude
the announcer
stands up,
or the
the announcer, and he says this award for moral and ethical approach to entrepreneurship. And wait a minute, before I go into this, I did quote him, but the podium, again, you probably won't be able to see it, is so old looking. Did they do that on purpose? Look at how
this is Essex.
It shouldn't look like that. For those of you listening and not watching, it just was very, I mean, it looks legit worn out.
Yeah, it looks like something that you had in like your high school like debate class or something.
Like, come on.
Like been there for.
And they obviously did that on purpose.
And it's a
they did it on
event.
Purpose. So I don't know why if they're trying to be funny.
To dig a little bit.
Yeah. So the man says that this award winner founded a charitable startup that helps offset costs of Alzheimer's treatments. It's near and dear to his family. Kimberly says, "I hope you don't have to go after to follow this guy." Of course, it's him.
Yeah,
very sweet.
Very sweet.
Yes.
Oh dear. Don't be passing that through the airwaves.
I don't think so. Sorry, guys.
Poor thing. It's all good.
It's fine. Now we're at the Women's Center fundraiser, and Leighton asks who Tatum is dressed as, and she's like, Was Elle Woods queer? She's dressed like Elle Woods.
Yeah.
Which that's what Leighton dressed like.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite costume? Or I'm sorry, do we call them costumes? Or
they're costumes.
Because mine was Alicia's, hands down.
Oh yeah. Definitely. She looks so cute.
I loved it.
I love that. The golden whatever color it was. Yeah, yeah, I think hers was my favorite, yeah. So Leighton is Carol from Carol. So of course I was like, I have to Google this movie. I do kind of remember seeing previews for it. I never watched it. I did
when did that come out?
2015.
Okay.
It was a romantic drama period film, and Kate Blanchett was in it. And Rooney Mara, who was in Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, to name one of her. I'm pretty sure. The American, or I don't know if it was American or British, but anyway, version. And I kind of remembered Kyle Chandler's in it too. I love him. He's Coach from Friday Night Lights.
Yep.
And I kind of want to see it. I did watch a little preview or a trailer or whatever.
Such a good show.
I know. So Carol is based on the book called The Price of Salt by Patricia Highsmith, FYI. And it's during the early 1950s. Carol tells the story of a forbidden affair between an aspiring female photographer and an older woman going through a difficult divorce. Okay, so sorry, what were you going to say? Something about Friday Night Lights?
I was just going back to Kyle Chandler. Yeah.
And
the other show, remember Bloodline?
Oh my God.
Completely away from his character on Friday Night Lights, but also so good. Oh my God.
So good.
But I remember this movie. I didn't see it that you're talking about. I remember the previews for it. I remember
the previews too. Once I went to it, I was like, oh yeah. Ginger is the green M&M, and Tova is Marlene Dietrich, which was who Rue was in Euphoria on Halloween.
That's right.
That's the only reason I knew who Marlene Dietrich was. Alicia is Elton John. Tatum compliments the rainbows, and Tatum is a little, I think I wrote uppity.
And now she's just getting super B.
Yes.
It's you could tell what the shift is, the shift that's happening now. Yeah. And you're like, okay, so I can paint what's going to happen in the last episode at this point.
But there's going to be good and not bad.
I hope so too. You can see it. You can see it brewing because you see Alicia in the background. I had to rewatch that part.
Yeah, she was listening.
You could see that. And then it's the whole, you wonder what's happening with the end, what the Kimberly thing will be. I don't know. There's just, I feel like it's going to be
all the Foxy girls are going to be super angry.
Bella. Something's going to happen with Bella for sure, where she's basically going to have nobody.
No, she's not going to have anybody.
Something. I haven't watched, but she's going to be isolated and have a complete breakdown probably.
Terrible. And I'm very upset about that.
She's going to hit rock bottom. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
That's what I predict.
Yeah, me too. So Leighton and Tatum. Oh my God. I really haven't been coughing all day.
That's because you're talking. You were resting your vocal cords. That's why. Now you're.
They basically get into a fight.
Yeah.
And Leighton really stands up for her friends at the women's center. Because she traumatized Ginger by making fun of the pinch pot. So
beautiful pottery piece.
It was. Yeah. And then, actually, that wasn't the part. Oh my gosh, I jumped around too much. So basically,
wasn't that before
this? First, what happened was, Alicia says, "Oh, please, go do buy stuff from the silent auction. The winners will be announced at 10:00." And that's when Tatum's like, "We're not. Oh, we'll be long gone." And Leighton looks at her. Then it goes to the scene of Bela at the paper, and basically it looks more like a profile of her than Foxy as a whole, because the picture is just of her, and he says he tried to spread it around, but her quotes were funnier and more passionate. She does mention she's worried about the editors for about a hot second, right?
And then she goes right back to she's really only thinking about herself.
Yeah. Then I said she's worried about the editors feeling left out, but apparently not too much, because she looks at the group pic and says to keep it as it is.
Yep.
He could have put a big picture of the group, and he could have put a smaller picture of her, because she is spearheading a lot of it. Yeah. So I'm just annoyed about that.
Absolutely.
Then we're back to the econ banquet, and a slow dance comes on. And she asks him about his mom, and says she says that if he needs anything, she's here. Now we go back to the Women's Center, and Tatum really wants to leave. She's using her safe word, which is potassium. And she really wants to get out of there. And this is when she's looking at the auction items, and she insults Ginger's pinch pot. Leighton and her get into a fight, and Tatum is surprised.
This is when Alicia's like looking on.
Yeah, she was just like staring at it in the background.
Yeah.
She says, that's when Leighton says, these people are my friends, and Leighton ends up saying that maybe dating her has made her realize what she wants to change about herself. And then I wrote slap, slap, slap.
Slap, slap, slap.
Slap, slap, slap. Alicia asks if she's okay. And then she says that karaoke is starting. And I was like, I know why I love the Women's Center.
I think
I'd be hanging out there. I think I'd be there.
You would see me on that paper.
Yeah. Sign it up. Sign us up.
That's right. We got some duets to take care of.
Andrew and Whitney are in his dorm room, and he says they're together and dating, and he likes it. And I felt bad.
I feel bad for him.
I feel bad for him.
Whitney's feeling trapped, obviously.
I know.
Doesn't want to like hurt him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
just not looking good.
Okay. No. And then you see like the running with her and Kanan and that, and you wonder like, is there a triangle? That like, what the heck is going on? I don't know. All right. It's weird.
I know. Kimberly and Kanan are walking back. She had a great time. He thanks her for encouraging him to go, and she's a good friend. They hug, and she looks back at him in a very odd way. She's like,
and do you think it's like,
she actually held her teeth like this. She's like, I don't know.
At first I was like, this is because she's like, somebody called me a friend. And then when the ending happened, I was like, shoot, is she having like feelings?
Yes, I think she
friendly
is.
feelings. And I'm like,
yes.
Oh no. And is he? Because I feel like he's still into Whitney in a weird, like, I don't know. Again,
I'm only like, I'm trying to look back, like at the last episode, he was kind of, what's the word? Like, digging at her for liking Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't to the point where you're like, oh my God, does he like her? But it wasn't also as little as it could have been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just saying.
So,
again,
I don't know.
Now we know what happens next.
And we can watch it after we're done recording if we want.
Yeah, right?
Like dying to watch the 10th episode.
I know. Get it over with.
Oh my God. It's so hard. I was like, I want to click next. So bad. But I didn't do it. Yeah. So basically, Whitney runs into Kanan. She lies and says she was studying at Willow's. And all I kept thinking about was she was still wearing this sweat outfit that she wore when she played basketball with him.
Yeah.
And she had like his t-shirt on at his place. I think I would have kept the t-shirt on.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. But like, I'm sorry, I need to keep this right now. Wear this home. Yeah. And then Kimberly breaks up with Jackson. And I was very mad. And
very mad.
I felt bad for Jackson.
Yeah, and he's just standing there, we don't know.
Can you picture doing that to him and him go, what? Like that face? Like,
yeah. And you wonder, are they going to slide over that in episode 10,
No,
that part of it? Or are they going to pick up, I don't mean slide over, but like that, like,
yes,
are they going to pick up and show what happens?
They won't. It'll be like the next morning, you know.
It'll be
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Where they don't even show us like the conversation or anything.
I'm very upset.
Very upset.
It's not like he's dumb, like to this, you know what I mean? It's not like he's a dumb guy and says dumb, you know, like, there's nothing unattractive about it. Like, no. Like, he's into what he's into. He likes WWE. My Nonna loved WWE. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So.
I don't know. I can't,
I'm not into country music. But I'd be fine with it.
Did you see any hints or no?
Mm-hmm.
Out there? Oh, shoot. Okay. So you kind of know sort of the direction.
But I don't know. Yes. And it's not good. Only one of the storylines.
One of the storylines is not good.
That I know. I only know one of the storylines. I only know one.
Can you tell me who the storyline that you saw was?
You want me to?
I do.
It's Kimberly.
Shoot. It's not the thing about like what hurricane comes in. Yeah. Remember you were something is when we thought it was
because he said that in an article. He said that in an article that something put a wrench in it. I think she broke up with him because it had been on her mind about they don't have anything in common. And I'm not exactly sure what happened with Kanan, but either she realized I want that in him, like, I don't know, like I want him to be more like that. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't like, you could have milked it a little longer, girl. Come on.
Yeah. I don't know.
For all our sakes. Please.
We just, I guess
is he not going to be on the show next season?
I know. What is this? A one in time?
We need him.
Like, what's his name?
Mitchell Slaggert. No, he can't leave.
We need some longevity in some of these additional cast members.
No, we don't want him to become psycho, but maybe he can be like so heartbroken and he can like try to get her back next season. Yes.
I love it.
Let's do that.
Like Julia Roberts and Richard Gere level. Like Pretty Woman.
Totally.
Right? Where he comes.
But she didn't really
like that. No, I know. I'm just saying like that, like that, you know, and we could play like Roxette, right? Must Have Been Love.
Yeah.
Or like,
totally.
Or like Roxette. Oh, that was Roxette. That's, I was thinking of, You Can't Stop. What is it? Starship. And we can build this dream together.
This is recently singing this. I told you that we sang that in chorus in 6th grade.
Stop it.
We sang we sang The Eye of the Tiger. We sang that, Jefferson Starship.
It wasn't Jefferson. No.
I'm sorry.
Slow down.
No, it was Starship.
Starship and Jefferson Starship are two different.
So wasn't it Starship?
Peeps. It was Starship.
Starship. Do you know that is rated that's rated one of the worst songs in history? Is that the one? I don't care what
I don't
agree.
I mean, every time I hear that song, what do you think of?
I think of when I was in chorus and I sang it.
Oh,
sorry.
You know what I think
because
of?
We sang it like a chorus. And we can build this dream together, standing strong forever. And The Eye of the Tiger. What the heck was the other one? The Eye of the Tiger. And they hold you on. But I know all the words to The Eye of the Tiger, and I will never forget them because of that. And so, sorry. What does Jefferson Starship remind you? Starship.
No. Nothing's going to stop us now.
Yeah, what does that
remind you? Ending scene of Mannequin, where they're on the motorcycle.
I'm the mannequin expert. I'm not the mannequin expert. I got to watch it again. I haven't watched it in a long time.
The soundtrack is fantastic on that, for sure. So
I got to watch that. I watched a movie on HBO today. I don't know if you'd like it. It's kind of dark. It's called The Menu. It is supposed to be funny. It's very dark.
Is it about a restaurant or something?
Yes.
It's called The Menu?
called The Menu. Nicholas Hoult is in it, who was in About a Boy, which is actually one of my favorite movies ever. I love that movie.
I watched a great movie last week. It was called The Lego Movie.
Oh, the first one? The first one,
I've never
right?
seen it. We watched it
How
for family movie night.
Everything is awesome.
Yes.
Everything is cool.
Such a good movie, though.
It's so good. And no, I know. And that song will be in your head.
Yes.
Everything is awesome.
We were feeling good after that movie. So we were like, oh, Matt, we were clicking through. HBO had him on. And Oliver was on, like the original Oliver musical. Okay. And that's my husband's favorite movie. And he was like in the musical and loves the music. Anyway, so we put it on, and our oldest son is like mad at us, but yet watching it and like studying it. But he's like, what is it with you? Like the olden days, everything's got to be old and classic. And why can't we watch something modern? I'm like,
just watch the Lego Movie, dude.
I know. We watched the Lego Movie. We just put on Oliver just for the fun. Yeah, there's some good.
You got mad.
You know, anyway. Good times.
It's funny. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, I should probably stop talking.
It's all right. All right. So we got one more left. We don't even know what show we're doing next.
Not a clue, but it might not be on HBO. But stay tuned. We'll
maybe
find
not.
Out. Send us your favorites.
Yeah. Unless, by the way, too, The White Lotus, this second one is getting a lot of talk. I have not watched it. People absolutely loved it. And people who didn't like the first one loved this one. So we'll find out when And Just Like That is coming out, because I think that one's coming out soon. But if there's a big break, well, we'll either take a big break or I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right.
All our fans could chime in and hashtag us and everything.
Come on,
else.
For real. I get crickets out there. Let's go.
Let us know.
Let us know. All right. Bye.
Bye.